Good morning, everybody. Orange J here with another War of the Visions video, and today I'm going to do my updated Trust Stone guide for War of the Visions, because if you missed it, last Wednesday we got a huge quality of life update to this system, where rolling passives has a much higher, and it is much higher, chance of giving you the highest tier of passive that you can get, and when you go to level the passives on your Trust Stones, it takes significantly less fodder to level them up. So it's easier than ever to access high-level pink Trust Stones in this game. So I want to do just a quick lazy man's guide, how to do it, what to do, and show you just how easy it is now to build out good Trust Stones, and then tell you which ones that I think are the most useful, especially ones that are just generically really useful, so you don't have to switch them around all the time, which is still a bit of a pain. Let me walk you through it. So first of all, if you want Trust Stones, you farm them in the Trust Stone drop chamber, right? It's in the far plane. I'm not going to show you how to do this, but the first little tip I will give is when you are background farming in the Trust Stone chamber, do the double drop room of the day. You're going to want all of them at some point. If it's a double drop week like this, just pick whichever one you want. And then these rooms are really easy. So put units that you are leveling up, getting experience for, working on resonance, all of those things. Use those teams to farm your Trust Stones just to get a little double whammy out of the deal. Now, you'll get shards from that. You take those shards into the item exchange shop, come down in here to Trust Stone shards, and I'll click the T1 right here. Every month you can get 50 of these yellow Trust Stones. So go to Upward Exchange, you'll get a ton of these purple drops. You just trade them into 50 UR shards. Now you're ready to go start building some Trust Stones. Okay, so let's go build some Trust Stones. Let's walk through that. Now, when you're building these things, there is a left side Trust Stone and a right side Trust Stone. Let me show you real quick. Let's go look at a piece of equipment. I actually clicked one button too many. So my bells, for example, have a left side Trust Stones, which I like to call the defensive side, and right side Trust Stones, which I like to call the offensive side. When you are building or making left side Trust Stones, I highly recommend just building the HP set. Those give your units max HP up 5% that you see right here, and all elemental attack resist up 5. If you're going for something that is just generically always going to be useful, there you go. What more could you want than more HP and elemental resist? It's useful on every character in every situation. Now, alternatively, if you want another option, I do think the luck set are good if you're building an evasion character. So the only time, for me personally, and I'm dead serious, the only time I'm not running HP left side Trust Stones is when I'm running luck left side Trust Stones, because I'm running an evasion character. In 80 to 90% of the situation, I'm using the HP set. Now, on the right side, the offensive side, the number one set is the agility stones, which give you agility up 3 and evasion up 5 in this set bonus right here. These are good for evasion units because you see you're getting agility and evasion. That's good for evasion units, and every unit wants to go faster. Each one of these stones has a point of agility on it, and you get another 3 in the set bonus. A quick note on this set bonus area right here, it is not an additional ability. The set bonus stacks with everything in the game. Whatever it says right here, you get that regardless of if you have it on another piece of gear or whatever. It stacks with everything. So get yourself HP and agility over here. Now, if you want an alternate option for this right side, if you don't want to run agility, I do think that the attack and magic stones are good. Again, you're being a little bit more specific there, because you don't want the attack stones on a magic unit. So you might have to be switching around if you start getting specific into attack or magic. Also, another generic really good option is the critical Trust Stones that give you critical hit and critical damage up. Most every unit in the game, outside of like dedicated supports, would like to crit and do more damage when they do, but again, about 80% of the time, I'm running the agility set for this one. So that's what I think about those. Now let's go to the Trust Stones tab, and let's get into actually forging some stones. One of the biggest quality of life updates that we got was how much easier it is when you're forging these to get one of the maximum passive abilities. Let me show you what I mean. I'm going to go to WoTV Calc right here. And when you are forging stones, you see we got left side stones and right side stones. We're going to scroll it down right here to the passives. It's a long way down there. Okay, so passives. When you roll, let's go with an offensive stone here on the right. When you roll one of these, say you're going for attack. You have a chance of getting attack 3, attack 5, or attack 7. Attack 7 maxes out at 20% attack. That is a huge steroid for an attack damage unit. But if you only start at attack 5, it'll cap at 15. So you want to get the attack 7%. Previously, you just had to roll forever to try to get one of these higher level passives because you had as much of a chance of getting attack 3 as you did of getting acquired AP 7 or accuracy 3, and you can only roll 50 stones a day, so you would oftentimes roll all 50 of your stones and get like one keeper of a passive. The other day, I tested this out and I re-rolled 30 stones, and I kid you not, I got 12 keepers. I got 12 things out of 30 that I was like, that's one of the ones I want. I'm going to keep it. Now, you can go to WoTV Calc and you go to Materia. You go to Other Materia. I'll even show you. You go to WoTV Calc, you click on Other up here at the top. I guess you can't see that. You click on Materia right here. That'll take you to this page. When you're rolling your stones, if you are focusing on passives, let me tell you about the passives that I target that I think are just keepers every single time. And when I'm rolling trust stones, if I see that I got one of these, I'm holding it. And I will talk more about holding passives here in just a moment. But here's the ones I go for. I will start on the left, the defensive UR trust stones. I'll start over here on the left. What I like to look for are HP and luck. Those are my two favorite ones to get. So if we're looking at this, you can see right here, HP, you want to see HP 4%. That will max out at 10%, and having another 10% HP on any of your units is really nice. And then luck, I like to have the luck because if I'm ever going to build an evasion unit, that's some more luck that I can get. Some people might say, but wait, you could go pick up 7 evasion. Let me tell you something about these a little bit. I'm going to switch back to the game. When you are building out your trust stone passives, the thing we're talking about right here, I crashed the game, be right back. And we're back. Okay, so what I was saying was, when you are rolling trust stone passives, the passives on the individual stones go into the additional ability slot on the gear. Like you can see on this piece of bells, I have that attack 20% that I was just talking about. I have that HP up 10% that I was just talking about. And those are really good, but they're in the additional abilities tab. So if I was to run those bells on a unit that was also running like Platinum Helm plus 6, I would get the Platinum Helm plus 6's max HP up 15% and not get the Bells' max HP up 10%. So that's just something to keep in mind. And I specifically bring that up when I'm talking about rolling for luck instead of agility on your evasion units. If we look at something like an evasion piece of gear, and I'll try to now find one really quickly. On an evasion piece of gear, like, I swear I have like a black garb right here, black garb. Black garb has evasion 15 on it. That is a higher evasion number than you will get out of the evasion 7 from your trust stone. So most pieces of evasion gear give you a higher passive evasion, like the black garb right here, for example, than you would get from the trust stone. But black garb does not give you luck. Most evasion units can get luck from their trust stone passive, and luck will help your other units hit evasion units. So I think luck and HP, like the TLDR of this is I think luck and HP are about as top tier as it gets for the left side abilities to throw in here. Now, you have 6. Each one of these stones has 2. So what else would you consider a keeper? In that case, I go for element and attack type resist. Let me show you what I'm talking about. You can also roll ice resist, or fire resist, or light, or magic resist, or slash resist. Those, you're looking for a 4% one, and anytime I get any of them, whether it's an element or an attack type, I just keep it and hold it in case I want to put it on. Those are definitely more matchup specific than just something like HP or luck. But hey, I'll take another like 10% I'll take another, 7% missile resist or 8% slash resist in case I'm, fighting somebody who's going to hit me with a slashing attack. So I think those are the ones that I consider keepers on the left side. HP and luck are my top two, and you're looking for a 4% luck or a 4% HP. After that, I go for elemental resistances and attack type resistances. Those are also starting at 4% and max at 7. Okay, let's talk about the right side next. The right side. So when I'm re-rolling for right side passives, and again, I'm going to show you this specifically here in a second, which ones am I looking for the most? My favorite two, the two that sometimes I will run on the same pieces of gear, if it's a trust zone I pass around a bunch, are attack and magic. So you're looking for a 7% attack or magic. That maxes at 20%. It's a huge stat boost for your DPS units or your healers, right? 20% more attack or 20% more magic is insane. Anytime I see one of those, I keep it because those are my favorite things to have on units. Give me 20% more attack or 20% magic. So it's my top tier for right side, offensive side passives. I will also look for critical hit and critical damage. Those start at 4 and go to 10. 10% more crit and 10% more crit damage. Sounds good to me. I'll take that. After that, my next tier is I look for any type of elemental attack or penetration, right? So give me dark attack, give me defense pin, give me slash pin. Heck, I'll keep a 5% dex and take 15% more dex if I get it. Really, after those top two, once I focus, this is the lazy man's guide. What I make sure I have on my trust zones is attack and magic. Those are my biggest two. I want to do more damage, so I look for attack and magic. Sleeper pick, I like acquired AP. 20% more acquired AP is pretty useful, especially in some like guild raid situations. So that's a little sleeper to keep in mind. Again, if you want to go study this list, wotivcalc.com, go to other and materia. All of this is on here for you to look at. Those are just my recommendations. Now, what I want to show you next is the actual forging of trust stones. And I think, I'm so confident that this works the way I want it to now, that I'm going to just roll some trust stones straight up, and I bet you I get some keeper passives in just a couple seconds right here. Now, here's where I'm going to talk about holding trust stones. I said that my favorite type of trust stone was the agility trust stone for my offensive runes. This is a T rune. Agility is my favorite one. But I don't want to confuse myself. So what I do is I roll AP trust stones. I'm almost never going to use an AP trust stone personally, so I will roll it for passives, looking for good passives, and if I get one, I'll quit rolling and just let it sit in my inventory. Then I know I can go look at those AP stones later and be like, what do I have? I need to tack up. I'll go look at my AP stones and be like, boom, there's a tack up. I'm going to pull that onto another stone. So let's roll some of these. If you roll multiple at a time, it's a pain in the butt. What I suggest is roll one at a time, hit forge, and it will tell you what passive you got. Right there, I got acquired AP up 5%. Now, acquired AP up 5%, that's not, AP up's not bad. 5%'s not good enough. I'm going to spin gil. I'm going to reforge that thing. Okay, next time, I got missile attack up 3. Missile attack up 3. Is that the, I believe 4 is the top. So that's 2 bad rolls. Oh man, it'd been really cool if I one-shot this for my video on how much more convenient it is. Here we go. 3rd roll, and I've got a keeper. Fire attack up 4. Boom, that's a keeper. I'm going to hit OK. I'm going to put that thing in my inventory, and I have enough stones to keep rolling. Okay, hit it again. Forge. What do I get this time? Defense piercing rate up 4. That's 2 keepers in a row. Fire attack and defense piercing rate. I can absolutely use both of those passives to move around on my stones. That was 2 keepers in what, 5 rolls? That is unheard of. When we were talking, if we were talking about this a month ago, you would roll 50 times and most of the time not get 2 or 3 keepers. That's how much better this trust stone forging system is. Now, when you're talking about leveling these things, leveling the passives on them, it is also so much better. So we just rolled those T-stones, which I have a bunch of floating around. Let's go find one of them. So where's ones I just made? Here we go. This is fire attack up 4. Okay. let's ability enhance that thing. This is where you're going to make use of your blue trust stones and your green trust stones that you forged. So click filter, go to your R's and N's, and I need to forge some. Okay, that's not a big deal. Let's forge some blues. I know I've been farming this tea room a lot, so I'm going to come in here. I have 8,000 some blues. Let's forge as many of them as I will let me. 99. Great. Okay, I got 99 blue stones fodder right here. It does not matter if they are, it doesn't matter like if they're the same letter or anything when you're leveling passives, but I'm going to come in here. Where's that one I was just looking at? Defense piercing rate, even better. We'll level this one. So ability enhance, I'm going to turn my filter to include R's and N's. This will now show me all those blues. You get 1,500 experience per stone. So like watch this. I click the first stone, it's level 5. It just doesn't take very many of these blue stones anymore to level a passive all the way to 20. Like this was like you just watched me do it. That was relatively painless. And now in just a few minutes while making this video, I have defense piercing rate 10 that if I wanted to, I think this filter system could still use a little bit of an overhaul. I kind of hate it. But here's that stone. Okay, let's see. What's a trust stone that I have that could use that? Well, let's go to like here. What's this one? Aswin's already got 2 on it. Like I could come through here. Here, this has lightning attack 4. If I wanted to, I could move the stone I just made, which is right, what? That's strike attack, earth attack. So you can see here where there's still a little bit of quality of life to do, but there's defense piercing rate up 10. Perfect. Let's merge that. I'm going to take it off of there. Give me that 20 defense pin. I'm going to stick it on there. And now my agility trust stone that I was already using that had lightning attack up 4 now has 10 defense pin on it. This is great for Cloud, Esther, any earth attack type unit now has a really solid agility trust stone right here. What do you do after you do that? You go back to that stone that has no additional abilities on it anymore, and because it's one of the stones I'm not going to use, I'm not going to confuse myself. When I come in here to dismantle, I'm going to long click it just to make sure. I'm going to dismantle it. Now I get all 20 of those shards back, and I can re-roll some more for more passives. Guys, that is not very hard. Like, I know trust stones got a really bad rep early. Yes, what I just did was still a little bit of work, but it was so much easier than it ever has been before. You can make yourself fully decked out trust stone sets in one day now with a little bit of luck. Over a couple days of max rerolling, you can make over 1. Like, just try this for like a week. Pick bells or something and just make your bells a fully decked out set of trust stones and see how you like it. That's what I would say to do. So there you go. This is the lazy man's guide to trust stone making, but look how sick that 10 agility on my bells is. You got to admit, 10 agility bells, pretty OP, especially when it also gives me 20% attack up on my unit. A little damage limit up, slash pin rate. I could level some more of these things if I wanted to. But like I said, I am kind of lazy with it. I always just make sure I got those like HP and attack or magic. So there you go. There's my bells. There's a look at trust stones. I hope this was useful. I hope you guys get to experience the glory of the updates to this trust stone system. I've been loving it. And that's it, y'all. Have a great day. I'll catch you next time. Peace.